This may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson on the tackle.
You don't see that a ton, do you, with a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, LA. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
For the point after.
Well, they were going to get excellent field position either way. They had pinned them deep, but that's even better.
So, in other words, being comfortable with field position, that was going to be okay. But sometimes being greedy is the right way to go. And, boy, they take it all the way back, put it in the end zone. A great way to get started for them.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Raiders nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Tate to return. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Rodgers now to throw.
Incomplete. This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Matt Hawk now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And all the way up to the 46.
Carson on the carry.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. One complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. He will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down.
4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he barely gets it out of the end zone to the 1. What a disaster. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's held right at the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing now is Rodgers. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got a bike. Oh, we just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Mostert. First down and a little extra from Mostert. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flush to his right. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength. Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
10 yards on the.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
To second and 10.
side, a completion to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The open man is sharp. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Left side of the swing pass, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And 1. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, it's caught right side. Williams. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Dances by him. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on second down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Rodgers to throw once more. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
This one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards. And the Chargers first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And from right side here, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Wilson on the
that run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
A 19-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's the pass swung out left to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice.
He tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers. That sort of goes without saying. That's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there. 1st down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Mostert. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll find Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
It's second and inches at the Chargers' 23.
On second and very short, Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers flushed out right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Buying time to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Chargers 27, Raiders 9.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. We'll try to run some time here with a first and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Thrown to the side. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Rodgers again now. Caught left side, Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Working from the gun. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that was his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Chargers.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Play to the running back.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Gain of 2 yards on the play.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far.